Today, we'll finally look at Pansotti, fat belly ravioli from Liguria filled with wild greens and ricotta that go very well with our previous recipe. Add 400 grams or 14 ounces of 00 flour, but don't put all the flour, keep say 3 tablespoons. All flours are different and you risk for the dough to be too dry. It's much easier to add flour to a moist dough than adding liquid to a dry one. Make a well and beat 1 egg together with 100 grams or 3.5 ounces of water. And mix immediately, fast. Being a water predominant dough, it's better if the liquid hydrates the flour as fast as possible. One of the things that make fresh pasta great is keeping the hydration as low as possible. 42 up to 45% is ideal. The dough is a bit more difficult to knead, but gives a much better chew and consistency, allowing you to use little to no flour when rolling the sheets. Add a pinch of salt and when it all comes together, move on to a working surface and start kneading the dough. Take the dough from the bottom, pull up, fold and push forward and repeat. Because of the low hydration, the dough will be quite hard and dry at first, but don't give up hope. Knead it for at least 15 minutes. Until the pasta have reached a springy and smooth consistency. At this point, wrap it tightly in cling film. And if it comes out nice, give it a little pat as reward and put it to rest in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. While the dough rests, let's pass on to the filling. This amazing green is Borrage, a wild spontaneous plant that grows in all temperate climates. It's very healthy and has a very nice, hearty, savory taste. Wash it well, using gloves because it has microspines on the stems that can be quite annoying and painful. Blanch it for 1 minute in salt water and shock it in cold water, squeezing out as much liquid as you can. If you can't find it, spinach are a good substitute. Chop up nicely the borage, add 200 grams of ricotta, 1 egg, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground white pepper. Mix together and then add Parmigiano Reggiano to taste. Mix well and finally put it in a piping bag, or if like me you don't have one, just use a plastic bag that will function as a piping bag. Keep it refrigerated until use. And now it's time to roll this beauty. Cut the dough in 3 pieces. Flatten it enough to go through the pasta machine. Roll once and fold in 3. And keep rolling until you reach the thinnest setting. You can do it with the classic method, passing it over and over, or I personally prefer to use this technique. Roll it once in the largest setting, then seal the 2 ends and start rolling it like it's a treadmill. Reducing the thickness as you go. This is very good with large quantities of pasta, especially when using a hand machine. When done, keep the sheets under a slightly damp towel or a plastic sheet until use. Cut the pasta stripes lengthwise in the middle and cut across making squares. Be generous with the filling. Pansotti means fat belly for a good reason. Take the pasta from the 2 opposite corners and seal, making sure you don't leave any air inside. If the dough gets too dry and it doesn't close, spray with a little bit of water. Now, they would be good left to this shape. In fact, many restaurants do them like this. but I love giving them the traditional shape because it's perfect for catching the sauce and it looks pretty. To do it, take the two corners from the base, bring them together pushing inwards the filling, and pinch hard, barely overlapping them. Put them onto a tray well dusted with flour, and they will last you in the fridge for 2 days or in the freezer for 2-3 months. These are perfect with our previous recipe, white walnut pesto, but also very nice with tomato sauce or simply with butter and sage. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave a comment. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. I see you next week.